Hey guys, welcome to our little video here. We're going to talk today about some of the more important Renaissance figures such as explorers, inventors, writers, artists, some people that you probably heard throughout class but didn't really quite pay attention to. Well, we're going to go a little briefly over those few figures. And today we're going to start with the famous explorers who discovered the New World. Christopher Columbus was born in the year 1451. And his first voyage sailed in the very famous rhyme, he sailed the ocean blue in 1492. On his first voyage, he had three ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. And with these three ships, he discovered the Bahamas. So once he left the Bahamas, he went back to Spain, got celebrated as a hero for all the goods and foods he brought back. And then he made two more trips back. After his third and final voyage, he found out when he returned to Spain that all his titles were stripped of him because Queen Elizabeth didn't really approve of his methods on the Bahamas. So throughout his life, at the end of his life, he spent the rest of his life trying to get back all the titles and whatnot, but fortunately, that didn't work. So he died on May 20th, 1506. So we talked about Christopher Columbus and how he was supposedly the first one to discover America. Well, this guy behind me, Americo Vespucci, was a guy who took basically the whole continent for himself. His name was Americo Vespucci. He was born in 1454 in Italy to some pretty wealthy people in the Italian family. During his first voyage, he set out a year before Christopher Columbus and discovered the Bay of Venezuela. He died on February 22nd, 1512 due to malaria. But because of all his discoveries and indications of his voyages, when someone created the map for him, they decided to name the continent America, which is the feminine version of America.
Francis Bacon was a Renaissance philosopher best known today for his scientific philosophy. He was born in 1561 in London. He served as Attorney General and Lord Chancellor of England, but resigned after charges of corruption. He was a statesman, but his more valued work was in the realm of philosophy. He took up Aristotelian ideas and developed the scientific method, the foundation for modern scientific inquiry. He attempted to share his ideas with Queen Elizabeth, but it was not until he published a book on his new method that he established himself as a credible philosopher of science. He died in 1626 in England. Shakespeare was a Renaissance poet and playwright who is widely regarded today as the greatest dramatist of all time. He was born in 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon in the United Kingdom. His group, the King's Men, was very popular, and crowds of people went to see plays performed at the Globe Theatre. This theatre, also called the Wooden O for its shape, was one of the most important theatres in England. Shakespeare wrote three types of plays: history, comedy, and tragedy, and those attending the theater could tell which type was being performed by what color flag was flying that day. In his early life as a playwright, Shakespeare wrote mainly history plays. And then, as time passed, he wrote more comedies and tragedies. He died in 1616, leaving behind 37 plays and 154 total works.
Galileo Galilei was born on February 15, 1564. He is known as the father of science and astronomy, but he is best known for being an inventor. Some things that he invented are the thermometer, the compass, and the pendulum clock. But the main thing he is known for is the telescope. With the telescope, he found the 4 moons of Jupiter. Galileo also supports the Copernican theory, which supports the sun-centered solar system. He died on January 8, 1642 at the age of 77 in Italy. Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452 in Italy. He is the epitome of a Renaissance man. He was an artist, mathematician, inventor, and a writer, but he is mostly known for being an inventor and artist. Some inventions of da Vinci's are the helicopter and a crossbow, but his famous sketches are also an arm and a skeleton of a human body and a fetus. Perhaps his most famous works are his paintings, which are the Last Supper and the Mona Lisa. These are the most well-known paintings ever, really. And he died on May 2nd, 1519 in Italy.